Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to another video by the Continuing Life System. Today, we would like to talk to you about anxiety. I know originally in another video we said that Sammy was going to be doing a lot of these mental health videos. However, we all kind of decided that it would be best if I spoke about it because I do struggle with anxiety. Now, I bet you're wondering, what is it? Specifically, a definition. Well, a generalized definition is that it is a mental health disorder that is characterized by feelings of worry or fear that are so strong that they interfere with daily life. Interfere with daily life would be the key piece there. However, anxiety is so much more than just being worried. People can experience hypervigilance, which basically means they're on their toes 24/7, wondering, who's here, do I have an escape way, etc. They can be super irritable and restless. They might not be able to concentrate very well. Their thoughts could be racing a million miles a minute. They could be, unwanted. They can be exhausted, just a feeling of this bad impending doom that they can't quite place. They can have palpitations, which means their heart feels like it's beating out of their chest enough that they might even start shaking. In total, there are 6 different types of anxiety disorders, which includes generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, specific phobias, panic disorders, OCD, and PTSD. Yes, that really does mean that within quote unquote anxiety, there's multiple different disorders. And with that, someone can have multiple anxiety disorders. For example, someone with PTSD can also have social anxiety, or someone with OCD could also have a phobia of some sort, and etc., etc., etc. Now, my lovelies, time for a little story. Several weeks ago, which by now is probably maybe a month and a half ago, I had a friend that was telling me that they heard a story about someone who had a fear of having panic attacks. And so, whenever this person would have a panic attack, she would be so afraid of having another one that it would trigger her to have another one, and so on and so forth until she was finally able to calm back down and reground herself. Honestly, I don't really know the entire story or exactly what happened to this person. I've looked and looked and looked, and I've been able to locate her specific story. So if you do have any information about her of any sort, please feel free to leave a comment down below. We would really appreciate it. Because there are so many types of anxiety disorders, for the DSM-5 on the next slide, we will be focusing on the generalized anxiety disorder. If you would like to kind of see more on these other anxiety disorders, please feel free once again, leave a comment down below, and maybe we can have a anxiety disorder kind of mini series if y'all are interested. This information that I have all here all came from that DSM-5 that you see pictured. Due to time, I will not be reading all of the criteria. However, if you want to have a chance to look at all of it, you can either A, pause this video here, or B, if you want to get a DSM-5, I'm sure you can find it on Amazon somewhere and get it for fairly cheap. So go ahead, pause this video if you want to read all the criteria. Please note, while you read all this criteria, that section C, that for a child to be diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, that they only need 1 out of those 5 subcategories. Also, please note that this does not take the place of going and seeking professional help. That is not the job of these videos. This is not the job of me and my system. It is not our job. If you believe that you are struggling with some mental health issue, whether it is anxiety, depression, or any other mental health disorder, or even if you're just struggling with something, please, 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 please go and get help. That way, maybe they can figure out a specific plan for you. And that's really all we wanted to say here today. Thank you so much for coming to our channel. We hope that you found this section on anxiety to be informative and helpful. If you did like this video, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified whenever we post new content. Remember, your support helps us and channels like us to help end the stigma around mental health. Until next time.